y'all, thanks for joining me on today's wine cellar tour. Today we'll be taking a look at a cellar in a residence near Houston, Texas. For those of you who, like me, are loving the comeback of gold finishes, you are going to love the design selections for this room. This was a new construction residence, and we worked with the builder and interior designer as well as the homeowners throughout the project. The cellar itself is just off the entryway of the home and makes a warm and welcoming statement. Access to the cellar is just through the wet bar that you see to the right of the cellar. So let's get to it here. As usual, we'll start with what's behind the walls and we'll work our way in. We've got insulation and vapor barrier behind all the solid walls and ceiling. This is a critical component for any climate-controlled wine cellar. We were on the job site once framing was complete. We sealed the room, installed some blocking as needed, and then applied closed cell foam. There's a significant amount of frameless glass in this wine cellar, which is great for looks, but it is tough on heat loss. So we are always careful to factor the exact square footage of that frameless glass into our sizing for the refrigeration equipment. The room is equipped with a ductless split system, so there's an evaporator that sits in a storage area under a stairway behind the back wall, and a line set run to a condenser outdoors. We added a supply for the refrigeration system in that open area on the back wall. We were somewhat limited in our positioning of this because of where the system is actually sitting and our access to that back wall. The homeowners actually selected the perfect piece of artwork for that opening because it allows that air to flow freely from the refrigeration system just behind there. There is a gold metallic glaze on the walls and ceiling. This was an intricate four-step application process to achieve that gilded look that you see there. The racks themselves are also inspired by the gold and black design elements that you'll find throughout the rest of this home. So the racks are designed by Keswick Wine Storage, one of our trusted manufacturing partners. They manufacture everything in their state-of-the-art mill shop in South Carolina. This is actually their elevation line, which is comprised of acrylic bottle cradles and metal supports. And you also have the option for the soffit and base that you see here, or not. You can install the elevation system directly into the floor and ceiling of the room. It's a very flexible system, which allows us to design for label forward, cork forward, magnums, large format, really anything that your collection should involve. This client chose smoked acrylic and a custom gold finish on the metal posts. They also elected to have the soffit and base, and for those they were made out of Briante, which is a high gloss European style panel. Capacity was really important to this client. We were able to get them a bottle count of about 700 bottles in this space, even while keeping some open areas for them to stand bottles up or even just to have some space between the racking. As I mentioned, this client did opt for the base and the soffit, which meant that we could add lighting to those elements. So we inlaid some high density LED lighting flush with the soffit and base material, covered it with frosted lenses. Because the lighting is high density, you can't distinguish the individual diodes, which gives it a very elegant look. And of course, as always, it's dimmable. The interior designer also added that chandelier, and that brings a really beautiful wash of light over the front of the bottles. This client elected to have, as I mentioned, some of those windows or openings in the racking. They're using those openings to stand up some of their favorite bottles of wine, and also just to mix it up a little bit from a design standpoint, so you don't have all label forward or all cork forward from one wall to the next. They've also incorporated some angled display rows. Those can be used as visual cues for the bottles being stored nearby, or again, sometimes those are simply another way to showcase some of your favorite vintages. So that's all for our tour today. Thanks for watching. We finish new custom wine cellars every week, and we'll continue posting tours here on our channel, so be sure to subscribe. You can find even more inspiration in our custom wine cellar gallery at vineyardwinecellars.com. We also offer customizable wine racks and refrigerated wine cabinets on our site, so be sure to check those out. If you need wine storage expertise for your home or business, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would love to bring your vision to life. Cheers, y'all.